Hey friends, today I am trying to do Petty's Terra Flora technique. So you could see here, we are in the midst of doing it. Will it work? Stay tuned and find out. Hey guys, look at what we have. This is one of the Molds and Shapes coasters. I've had this one for a while. I forget the name of it. But I do need to clean up a few little spots on here. So we'll just fast forward through this part. Today, I am taking a cue from Petty at Petty's Home Art, and I'm going to try her Terra Flora technique. Now, I don't have notes written down, so I'm just trying to go off the top of my head. This doesn't always necessarily work well for me, and I should take notes, but you know what? I didn't. And so we're winging it, and we're going to see what's going to happen. So I am actually using the Enoki resin ink from Fluid Arts. So the difference between your resin ink and alcohol inks, resin inks still have alcohol in them. They are just more highly pigmented than your alcohol inks. So you're going to get a much deeper pigmentation. And then, so I've got the resin ink in Petrol from the Octopus Fluid Inks, and I am using a Ranger alcohol ink in Vineyard or Vineyard. However you want to call that. And we are, oops, drop that. And we are going to use this Unicorn Art 24 karat gold magical mica. I hope it's not going to float too much. And then I am going to grab some little golden flake, and we'll mix that up in with some little metallic pieces. All right, we'll be back. And here we have a little container of foil, and it's multicolored foil. It came from Michael's. I used to get it from Cosmic Shimmer. I have not been able to find this same color selection from them anymore, but I did find it at Michael's in these smaller, almost glitter-sized containers, and so that's what we are going to use here. And we'll grab our handy-dandy little, I have lost the word, tweezers. Wow, that word just escaped me. Just to grab them and get them in this cup here, trying to eliminate all the flyaways of the little foil pieces, because man, they like to stick to everything. You see, I'm just trying to get it shoved down into the bottom of the pot here so I can get it ready to have the resin poured into. I do have some rose gold glitter, not glitter. Let's start that again. I do have rose gold metallic chips that are off to the side there. And we are going to add some of that into this little pot, as I didn't really have any here, just gold metallic chips, or at least not any nearby that I could find. Let's just try and get all the little pieces of foil we can, right? Don't waste any. And there's those rose gold chips, and we'll just pour some right into this little tiny cup. Yeah, that looks about good. Let's go with that much. And let's grab this tiny champagne fine glitter. And we have our resin. And now we're just pouring a little bit in here. We don't want to put too much in here. We want it to be, I'd say more paste-like, but it's not even really a paste so much. But we don't want it to float all over our tray. We want it to stay put. So I probably did put a little bit too much resin in here, but we're going to go with it. And because I just can't get enough sparkle, we're doing that gold super sparkle. This came from Laura's Art Corner. Check out her store. I'll have it linked in my description because she's got a lot of awesome products that you generally can't find in the United States, and she's able to get a hold of them and sell them to us, which makes it awesome. That Enoki Octopus Fluid and Petrol I ordered through her because you really can't get the Octopus fluids here in the United States. And I'm pulling out my scale because I am going to measure out 30 grams of resin to put my white into. That's one thing that's stuck in my head, and I could be completely wrong. It could have changed, could have been updated by Petty, but I thought I remembered 30 grams for the white. So 31, there we go. So that's what I was doing, and that Enoki is going to go in here. And here, by magic, is that Enoki Octopus Fluid ink. We are giving a good shake up, make sure all the pigments get all mixed together. I did not measure this at all, I just gave it a good squirt. Give it a good mix up here. Make sure it gets all incorporated into that resin. And I'll also check the color of this. Make sure it's not too thin or not too see-through. I like that color. I should have gone with a little bit more. Spoiler alert, it is a little too opaque. Not opaque. Too translucent. And like magic, we have our mold and resin ready. So let's go ahead and pour our resin into the mold, but then, oops, I didn't want to do that. I actually need to pour the foil and glitter mixture into the molds first. I was silly and forgot to do that. So let's go ahead and do that in this mold here. And we'll just add it to the top of that resin there. And I am not filling these all the way up. I am leaving plenty of room because we are going to be adding our inks, the white, the gold, and more resin on top. So definitely not filling it all the way up. And we'll do it to the bottom too as well. I debated on only doing the top two, but then I was like, you know what? I've got enough resin. I've got plenty of resin. And I got plenty of our gold foil glitter mixture. So we will go ahead and do the bottom two molds as well. Now I'm going through and I'm using my silicone tool to try and remove any bubbles that I can see that are stuck to the bottom of the mold, because I did not spray them first with alcohol. Spraying with alcohol does deteriorate your molds faster. That's not the reason why I didn't do it. It's just I keep forgetting to do it. I don't know. It's just not something that is stuck in my brain. But I'm also going around the edges of the mold here and making sure there are no bubbles to be found. And I'm going to do this for a little while. Keep trying to pull up any bubbles I see, and then I'll take my long neck lighter, take them over the top, and give them a little burst of heat and get them all popped and out of the way. I'm grabbing my Petrol, not alcohol ink, just resin pigment ink, and I put it back down. And I am pouring some resin into this little cup here because I remembered, hey, I need to mix my gold magical mica into this little cup here so that I have that ready to pour as well. This stuff was flying everywhere. I only made a tiny little hole. There was plenty just sitting on top that I could just scrape into here and get it all mixed up. I don't work with these metallic micas a lot or alcohol inks. I know that they float a lot. So I'm a little hesitant to work with these, but I thought, let me give it a try and see what happens. Do you guys work with them a lot? If you do, let me know in the comments. Let me know what tips or tricks you have for working with these metallic micas and inks so that I can start using them more and not be afraid of them. All right, so moving on. Now I'm getting that ink out and we are just dropping it along our mold here. No rhyme or reason, just going around in a little circle there. Then we're going to grab our vineyard. This one likes to come out a lot. If you're noticing that some drips do get away from me. I mean, this one just pours out of there. Now that we got all that down, we are going to just decant a little bit of that clear alcohol. And what Petty does is she drops it in over the inks to make them less pigmented. Get them spread and a little bit more translucent, I guess. Even she said she doesn't know if that's necessary or not, but that's what she did, so that's what I did. I'm grabbing my gold here. You'll see I do have this on a little bit faster speed just for keeping this at a decent clip along here. And I am pouring this in a little spiral just like she did. And we'll do that to each little mold. And now let's grab our white, pinch the cup to make it a little bit more controllable, and we will do that same spiral throughout our mold again. Now let's grab our clear resin, and we are going to add that push of clear resin and finish topping off our molds with the resin. Since we have a good amount of space left, we can use a good amount of resin in here. I'm not sure if I didn't use enough earlier on or if I'm just fine. Again, because, you know, I'm winging it and I didn't take those notes, and I thought, just let me see if I can try to wing it and see what happens. And so I'm just trying to top off each of these coasters with enough of the clear resin. Let's bring our long neck lighter back out and pop any of those bubbles, those pesky little bubbles that like to rise to the top. And this is what I do for a while, is just sitting and watching and popping bubbles. Super hyper speed. Let's watch as it closes up in the middle. All right, we are all cured up, and let's take a look and see what we got. They are still a little bit bendy, and I did put them in the G3 machine. I had them out for probably about 40 minutes before I ended up turning on the machine. I love how the back turns out. I think the back sides are awesome looking. But let's go ahead and see what the fronts look like. And oh, that was not very good. And I'm pretty sure the problem is that Enoki white ink. I should have used a paste. It's heavier. I did get the effects on the outside, or at least some of them. So I really like the outside. But yeah, the effects on the inside didn't work. And again, I think it's because that ink was just not heavy enough like a pigment paste would be. So I am going to try this again and use a pigment paste. I really love the outside of that one. But thanks all for watching. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you to all my subscribers and to my members, Lady in Resin and Nerd Goblin Art. I appreciate you guys. I do have memberships available, and if you are interested, just smack that join button down below. I do have discount codes available for Bond Crafter. That's the resin I used in this video. Resiners, the G3 machine, and airless bubble remover, along with other discounts made available. And I have a little piece of resin that's just stuck on the edge of that that flew on there from somewhere, and I've just been trying to get that off, and never was able to fully get that off. But anyways, thank you all for being here again with me. I greatly appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed, think about it. It is free for you, and it does a lot of good for my channel, as does smacking that like button if you like my content. Maybe you don't like the piece, but you like video itself. Leaving me a comment also helps greatly. It tells YouTube that you're interested. Even if you don't like it, just be nice if you don't like it. That's all that I ask. And yeah, so again, leave me a comment. Oh, if you do like my videos, smack that hype button. That really helps too. Thank you again, everybody, and take care, and we'll see you on the next one.
A drop, a dash of hue, I craft, I dream, the world feels new.